Being a single mom, I want you paying for the sitter. I want you paying for the sitter. And you think that I should come out of pocket to pay somebody to watch my kid when you know what it comes with.
But you pay for it yourself. It's still your child and you're still half responsible for it.
What are you talking about? Am I confused? I'm confused. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Hey, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Motivation Nation, it's your host, Sarah Gordon. Back for another one. Been sent a video here. What we do on this channel, we react to videos that's sent in by you guys. We give our opinion and we try to learn something if we can. So with no further ado, let's jump into the content. Let's give our opinion.
Correct me if I'm wrong, and actually don't correct me because I really don't care. I'm a single mom, okay? I'm also a single 24-year-old woman. As a single 24-year-old woman, there's a few things that I expect from a man when it comes to dating me, especially if you hold me in the caliber of where I belong, okay? So, one.
Okay, mistake number one. 24-year-old single mom. I think at this point, maybe you should put a little bit more focus in on your child and their development in these early stages, and maybe not worry so much about dating. Maybe you should try to learn from the mistakes that you made with your baby's father and why you guys aren't together. You have to take some time to find out who you are as an individual before you can start talking about what another guy should give to you. I didn't mean to stop the video this early, but already I see a mindset problem. 24-year-old single mom now about to give us a list of what she needs, what a man has to have in order to date her. All right, let's hear this list.
By the first or second date, you should have bought me flowers. If you don't buy me flowers, to know though. Number two, you should be planning dates. Most definitely. We're not just about to keep texting and not seeing each other. Be intentional. That's number three, be intentional. Number four, being a single mom, I want you paying for the sitter. I want you paying for the sitter. The sitter's not even that expensive. But the fact that you think that I should come out of pocket, you want to take me out on a date, and you think that I should come out of pocket to pay somebody to watch my kid when you know what it comes with. You know what it comes with to date me as a single mom.
So here's the flawed logic. You want me to pay for someone to watch my kid that is not your kid because he wants to take you out. That's so illogical. It makes absolutely no sense. That's all emotional. Now, ma'am, you're 24 with a child. There's a plethora of 24-year-old young ladies without a child that the man doesn't have to incur an extra expense to take them out. What makes this young lady think that she's so special that this should be a requirement for a man that's not the father of that child to be responsible for taking his money and paying for a sitter for your child? So now you have a higher expectation for a complete stranger, a guy that you're trying to get to know, than the actual father of the kid. And some people may say, well, the father isn't going to pay for a sitter for her to go on a date with another man. Well, but the father doesn't have to exactly know the reason why there needs to be a sitter. But if she needed to do something else that required a sitter, then I would expect her to ask the father for that. And or how about you pay for it yourself? It's still your child and you're still half responsible for it. I don't know, man. This logic. I understand now why she's single. And it makes sense why she's a single mom on top of this. Understanding is horrible.
Too much of a support system. I can't just ask my mama. No. You can
Hold
pay for
on,
the
let's
sitter.
back that up. Hang on.
No. You what it comes with to date me as a single mom. I don't got too much of a support system. I can't just ask my mama. No. You can pay for the sitter. We don't even have to do an expensive date. We don't even have to do an expensive date. But if you don't think it's worth.
So she says, I don't have much of a support system. I can't ask my mother. So the people who love you and care about you aren't even willing to do this. But yet a stranger who you're trying to get to know just as much as he's trying to get to know you should now be responsible for your responsibilities and your obligations. Okay, got it. Just making sure we're understanding what's going on here. And it's this logic and it's this type, we're not going to call it logic. I'm saying this is her logic, which is actually illogical. And this is the reason why things are the way that they are right now. It's a very selfish mentality. It's a very selfish attitude, and everything is about her and what you need to do to win her over, even though she's already starting off in your life, if you're a single man with no kids, with baggage and a set of requirements that someone else does not have. And she fails to realize that she's actually in competition with other women that don't have all this baggage and that are in a different financial situation than she is. So there's a anyway, let's let this continue.
Paying for the sitter to see me, especially when the sitter's not that much, it's like 30, 45 bucks, baby. If you can't pay 30, 45 bucks to see me, and you can even, if you don't got it like that, plan a cheap date. Baby, we can go lay down on the grass and stare at the stars and talk for 2 hours. But you're paying for the sitter. Because all I know is I'm intentional and I'm dating to marry, and my husband is going to pay for the sitter. Yeah. I'm sure nobody agrees with this. I don't care if you do. Because all I need is for one person to agree with it, and it needs to be my husband. Nobody else needs to agree with it but him.
Well, unfortunately for you, you don't actually have a husband. So let's start with that. You don't have a husband. You don't even have a man. So nobody agrees with what you're talking about, man. So you're going to have to go back and do some soul searching. You're going to have to go back and get to know thyself and get some understanding before you find someone that's going to be compatible with you, because no sensible, reasonable guy is going to take you serious and want to be in any type of serious relationship with you. So that's going to run you into guys that are looking at you as an opportunity to have fun. And so you may get a few people out there, a few individuals that may do all those things, but they're going to do it for a short time because they're going to look at you as a short time fun experience that they're willing to have. And like you just said, the sitter is only 30 to 45 bucks or 30 to 40 bucks. And the fact that you don't have that to pay for a sitter tells a man any and everything that he needs to know. And so the individual guy that you're speaking of, he may be willing to pay that 30 to 40 bucks for whatever he wants to do. And then after he's done what he needs to do, he's going to move on. But if you're looking for longevity, you're going to have to humble yourself. You're going to have to figure out who you are. And then you're going to have real standards and a real set of criteria when you're out looking for a man outside of what he can do for you. A relationship, that's the problem nowadays with the people that are trying to date, the dating scene, is that everyone is looking for what someone can do for them, not necessarily what two people can bring and do together. A relationship is two people working together for one common goal and working through the ups and the downs. But when you start off talking about what a person can do for you and what they have to do for you in order to get to know you, and it's funny because I only see people who are single and have had a horrible dating experience online saying these things. I never see anybody in healthy, successful relationships talking this way. And there's a reason for that, because those that are successful understand what it takes to be successful and understand that that type of talk is nonsensical. And that type of talk is only going to bring you one type of person, and that person is there for a short time, and I mean not a long time. So that's it for this video. You guys heard what I heard. You saw what I saw. Jump down in the comments. Let me know you guys' thoughts on this, and I will see you guys on the next video. I'm out.